Hello viewers, we are here at Nick Presents India Kids Summit Season 3. I have with me right now Soumini Sridhara, Paul ma'am over here. First of all, ma'am, how are you doing? What do you have to say about an event like this, especially on ground after COVID? How is the overall emotion coming up?
I think it's brilliant. I feel, first of all, very privileged to be here. And I think it's great for us to be able to come back to in-person events. बहुत हो गया virtual, बहुत हो गया.
Actually said, nothing really replaces human touch and human connection, in-person networking, absolutely. What I want to know from your end is that this is an event that is celebrating kids content, kids entertainment cluster in particular. There aren't too many events that's happening in this regard. What do you have to say about India Kids Summit Season 3? It's getting bigger and bigger with every passing season.
Yeah, I think the proof is in the pudding, as they say. Just seeing the brands that are associated, I think it's a person who takes the initiative and others kind of join hands. So all kudos to Siddharth and his team, definitely. I think it's a great thing, and when you realize that even something what they call as niche and not a focus, still has so much of engagement, it's an ecosystem that is getting built, right? So you have brands who see the value, you have content creators who see the value, you see media who see the value. So it's just obvious that a summit like this has to be done.
Absolutely. Right. Very important indeed. What I want to know from your end, ma'am, is that when it comes to kids content, it's very difficult to perhaps bifurcate, because in terms of adults, what you're doing is 18 plus content, 21 plus content, whatever, that's how you do it. In kids, there are different age groups. So how does a content creator and a content marketer come together to create something that is kind of relevant for all the age groups in particular? Because it's not always possible for everybody to create a content for a particular age group. So it has to be like a culminated thing. How do you do that?
So I think it starts from trying to figure out what kind of content. Everything cannot be 3D animation. Everything cannot be 2D animation. I think it's important to first identify what are you trying to communicate and to who. And then look at how can you best do it within your available resources, and how do you market them where they are, right? So, and it's easier said than done, because it's always work in progress. But I think the first thing is that anyone who's going into kids content or any kind of content needs to stop comparing, saying ki yaar how do I match up to this? Everyone's going to always have a head start. You have to first decide, are you committed to doing this? And then look at how can you begin and how far can you go. I think that's the motto that we've been following as well. We know we're quite behind from some of the players, but in good time, I think stability will also prove, success.
It's not always about how you start, it's about always how you finish. One last thing, ma'am, how you continue and then eventually how you finish, definitely. One thing, a fun question to end this session. One thing of this particular kids generation that you perhaps miss, or you feel had it been in my time when I was a child, it would have been fantastic.
I think the guts to just say what they want. हम नहीं कर पाते थे. I think in our time, our parents said, because I'm your parent. Today, when you say, because I'm your parent, the child says, so. So, yeah, I think we just couldn't do that. Maybe, as parents, we are asking for it, because everyone of my generation tells that our kids feel they are entitled. But किसने उनको entitled किया है? हम नहीं किया है, So they weren't born like this. And it's strange, because all of us who are having kids, of the current generation, I don't know why we feel that we need to give our children more. Our parents gave us as much as they could, and we turned out fine. So I think the parents need to rethink and look at how are they going to improve this. So the kids are good. I think the most important thing is also kids are aware of what they want. I took my time. I still don't know sometimes what I want. And I just kind of, wisdom tells me to go with the flow. But kids of today, they're very clear. So even when it comes to choosing their subjects, what they're going to do with that, they decide on their own. So that's a very positive.
Maybe some contemplation from the parents' end would help a little bit more as well.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for talking to us. It's a pleasure. I hope you have a lovely time going forward. Thank you.